friends, welcome to another module on Tutorials Point with me, Richa. Today under the customer service module, we will talk about problem solving. Well, if you are a customer service representative, it becomes very important you know how to handle the customer's problem. Let us see what is there on the agenda today. We will talk about what is problem solving, why is problem solving important, creativity and problem solving, problems as opportunities, confronting conflicting situations, problem solving process, and barriers to problem solving and decision making. Importance of also following up in problem solving. So let's get started on this particular chapter. So friends, what is problem solving? As I mentioned before, if you are in the customer service industry, it becomes very important for you to understand how to handle problems. So it is a skill which requires the customer service representative to know how to deal with the conflict, being able to pacify the irate customer through your tone, through the voice, and also being genuinely empathetic in order to get your message across to someone. None of us like to talk to irate customers and customers who are very angry and difficult, right? But if you know how to handle them well, you are able to get on your way of customer service excellence. So why problem solving? Well, it is important to understand that your customers may be disappointed with the product that they have purchased. Maybe the product wasn't delivered yet, or it may be arrived in a broken condition. Regardless of the situation or reason why they are contacting the customer support, the agenda and motivation is only one. They need the problem to be solved, period. They do not want to listen to all the jazz and all the SOPs and procedures and processes. They have come to you with a problem and they need that problem to be solved. It is as simple as that. So creativity and problem solving go hand in hand. When you come to a problem with a particular customer, you need to think in creative means in order to how to help them solve that particular problem. So you have to assess the situation. What is it about the situation which is making your customers angry? Exploring the vision. What exactly do they want? What is the end result or the goal of that particular thing? Formulating the solutions that will help you to give the best of solutions to them. Formulating a plan of how do you go about giving a solution. So having a plan of action is very essential as a part of problem solving. And finally, you need to implement that plan and the solution that you have thought in order to help them solve the problem. So friends, it is important to be very, very creative in order to go through this entire cycle of problem solving. Well, I would like to say that Seth, there's a person known as Seth Godin, and he said it in a very beautiful manner that the best time to do great customer service is when a customer is upset. Treat problems like opportunities. Do not get fearful or think negative about a problem. Think of it as this way, that a problem has come to you, you have to solve the problem, and that is an opportunity in disguise. Questions are the answers, where a customer's problem is an opportunity for you to retain a relationship. The moment you get a problematic customer who is looking for a solution for that particular problem, it is your opportunity to wow them with a customer delight factor. Go deep into the problem, by meaning that what I'm saying is that do not look at a problem on a surface level. Go deep into the problem and understand the root cause of that problem. Only when you do that as a customer service representative, you'll be eradicating the entire problem from the root rather than looking at a problem at a surface level. Well, take a tour, which means take a tour of one of your prospectives, relations, or rather locations before you're presenting your ideas and solutions to the corporate. Try to understand that if you give them a holistic approach of why you are able to help them solve their problem, that will only happen when you take a tour and understand what exactly could be the cause of that particular problem. Well, friends, confronting conflict is something which is very important part of a customer service representative. And when we say conflict resolution tips for excellent customer service, whenever there is a conflict, don't think of it in a negative manner. Conflicts can also be positive. How do you help solve that particular conflict? Here it is. Allow the customers to talk. Well, if you have an angry customer who is bursting with so much of negativity about your product or service, just allow them to talk. The more they vent out their frustrations, the better it is for you, because once everything is out of them, you'll be able to talk to them in a better manner. So allow your customers to talk. The second is showing that you care. Using a lot of empathy and compassion as a customer service representative is the most critical important point for your job. So show that you are really concerned about their problems by your body language and your voice and tone. The third is using the correct tone. Well, don't smile, laugh, or mock an upset customer. Convey empathy with a soft tone. The more angry a customer is, and if you use the kind of tone that will really put them off, that can take them to a different tangent altogether. However, it's important to use a polite and a soft tone when you're dealing with a customer who's angry. Be as neutral as you can. Do not offer your opinion, agree or disagree with what the customer is saying. Offer something which is an empathetic support and work to solve their problem effectively. Do not take sides of your customer or the company. Just be neutral and natural. The fifth one is don't react. Well, that can be difficult when you're facing a customer who's really angry. You want to shout and scream. However, it's important not to react. The more you react, the more it can irritate an irate customer. Hence, it's important not to react. Sixth is focus. At times, we might lose focus because we are only looking at the problem as a problem. Rather, look for a solution to the problem. Don't focus on the problem, focus on finding a solution to that particular problem. The next one is use verbal softeners. Now, when I say softeners, these kind of words or phrases can really dilute a negative customer or an irate customer or an upset customer. Let's see what these positive words and phrases are. Use words like likely, typically, perhaps, sometimes, possibly, occasionally, with customers who might not respond well to categorical words like always or never. These kind of words can really put off our customers, like using we always do that or we never do that. Rather, use positive words like this, which will help them to dilute their anger. The eighth one is agree. Well, it means find something to agree with the customer about something that you and he both agree on. That makes a customer feel that you are on their side rather than on the company's side. So always find a common ground or a common area where you can agree with your customer. Well, friends, it is important to understand how do you solve a problem. There is a process to solve a problem. So let's take a look at that. Firstly, you need to identify the problem, understand what the problem is all about and identify it and try to think about it. Understanding the customer's point of view becomes very important, and wherein you can add empathy and compassion by understanding things from their point of view. Find a solution. Definitely when there is a problem, you want to find a solution. Don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. Next is fix the problem and follow up on the solution. Well, friends, the last point is the most important point because of the fact that you solve the problem, but if you do not follow up, somewhere the customer will not be satisfied. So after the problem is solved, take about a week or 10 days time and follow it up by making sure that they are happy with the service. Which brings us to the last point, which is following up and the importance of follow-up in a problem-solving situation. Well, following up is to make sure that everything is going well with your customer, communicates that you care about people, long-term satisfaction, understanding that they are satisfied with your product and services by following up with them. A follow-up call, or it can even be a simple email or a simple message to your customer saying, are they okay with the service or the product? It shouldn't necessarily be about selling another product or a service. It's just a check-in to see that the already sold product or service is providing the happiness that you had intended it to provide. So follow-up call is definitely not about trying to sell them something else, but rather it is about just picking up a phone and asking, "Sir, were you happy or satisfied with the product or the service that we have provided?" Well, friends, all of these things that we have taught today in problem solving is very, very essential and important if you are into the customer service industry. Do understand and do learn from these things and use it in your day-to-day scenarios. I do hope you have enjoyed listening to us as much as we have enjoyed teaching you this particular module. Thank you very much for listening and thank you for watching us.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.